everyone, and welcome back to Serena's Creations. Well, I didn't get a chance to video this morning, so I figured I'd do it after work before I go and DoorDash. I have this nice little boat landing that's right around where I work, and so I figured since it was such a beautiful day, I would go ahead and I would talk from here. So let me see if I can find myself a place where the sun isn't right in my eyes, and then that way it doesn't make you guys sick listening to me while I walk and talk at the same time. All right, I think that's a pretty good one right there. So let me tell you a little bit about my day yesterday. I told you that I went to the store and I bought cabbage. I did buy cabbage, and I went home last night and I spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours working on trying to make couple of different recipes that I had found. And I figured I'd tell you about what I found that I liked and that I didn't like. So I had a recipe for cabbage steaks. All this pretty much is the cabbage sliced. Put it on a cooking sheet. You put, salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want on it, with a little bit of, like olive oil or something. And then you bake it. And I let it bake. And I let it bake. And I let it bake some more. I let it bake while I was doing everything else. Needless to say, when it was all done, I tried it. And no, it just wasn't me. I don't know if it was the seasonings that I put on it, or if it was just that I just didn't like it, but it just wasn't me. The second thing that I tried was the cabbage fritters. Now, this is where you shred up the cabbage, and then in a mixing bowl, you mix some ingredients. Now, I didn't use all the ingredients that I had found in the recipe because I'm trying to cut down on the calories a little bit. So I didn't use all of the ingredients, but I did put an egg. I did put a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs, put some seasonings in it, and some shredded cheese. And of course I measured out everything. And then you just mix it all up. And then in a fry pan, you fry it. And you fry it, and you fry it, and you fry it, because trying to get the cabbage to be a little bit soft. So I will tell you that this I was able to eat. I was so proud of myself, and my husband was so proud of me too, because I was able to eat this. And he says, this is just as good as when you get it in the restaurant. So that made me feel good. So that is definitely a recipe that I will use again. I did finish cooking all the rest that I had shredded, and I put it in a container, so that way if I want to have it over the next couple of days, I can. Now, I also was trying to make the stuffed cabbages. Now, the stuffed cabbages actually came out pretty good. My husband had said to me that in his country, that's one of their meals that they have stuffed cabbage, and that his grandma would make it. So that kind of made me feel good too. But the one thing that he did say was, as long as I like the taste of the sauce, then I will probably like the stuffed cabbage. So when I did finally finish cooking it, it didn't hold together like it was supposed to. So I ended up taking it and cutting it all up and everything, and it kind of made it like a cabbage soup, which was okay. Now, I did want something that was kind of strong because I wasn't for sure how I was going to feel about the cabbage. So I used some diced tomatoes, like canned diced tomatoes, but I also used some manwich mix. Now, the manwich mix is it has a sweet flavor to it, but it has the peppers and all the other stuff in it. I know it's not very healthy, but I was trying to do better by having the cabbage. So that actually really helped the flavor. I took the cabbage and I cut it all up, and I was able to eat that. That was what my actual dinner was, because I had about 2 ounces of meat of ground hamburger inside the cabbage. There was a little bit of bacon in it. There also was a apple that I pureed, which I don't even think I needed it, because the reason for adding the apple is supposed to be to sweeten the tomato sauce, but because I used the manwich mix, it was already sweet. So the next time I'll probably just use the manwich mix. Now, I did make about 5 of these stuffed cabbages, so I will try to do it again. I will have it again over the next couple of days. I also said yesterday that I was going to try for breakfast this morning to have my cocoa wheat, which I did. I fixed the cocoa wheat as directed on the package, but I added my extra stuff that I always have. Now, what do I add? Well, I like to add peanut butter. So it's like a peanut butter cup. You got peanut butter and chocolate. So I did have my 1 cup of cocoa wheat, and then I added 1 tablespoon, not 2 tablespoons, but just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, just to give it that little bit of peanut butter flavor, and then a teaspoon of sugar, because I always like to sweeten it up a little bit. There is nothing wrong with sugar. Everybody tries to stay away from all these from the real sugar, and go to all these artificial sweeteners. Well, it's exactly that. That is an artificial sweetener. It is not something that is made from God. Okay, so I'm trying to stay more away from a lot of the processed foods if I can. Of course, I'm in no way keto or anything like that. I'm just using, once again, what I have in my house and what I did buy yesterday. So I also bought ham slices yesterday. I bought Black Forest ham, and you use one serving size is 4 slices. So for my 3 o'clock meal today, I had a total of 8 slices. I left 2 slices for each roll, and then I added cream cheese. And I didn't use actual cream cheese. I used cream cheese spread, because that's what we had in the house. And I split up the tablespoons in the ham. So I was able to have 4 of the rolls of ham with the cream cheese. Now, this gave me my little bit of protein that I needed, plus also gave me some of the dairy products, and it tastes really good. Some people like to add the onions in there. I'm not real crazy about the green onions that you can add to it, but these rolls are like the little swirls that you have as an hors d'oeuvre sometimes when you have a party or something. But I like the flavor of it, so I decided to incorporate that into my meals. I also made Jell-O this morning. I did make sugar-free Jell-O, but boy, it tastes really sweet. That's that artificial sweetener that they put in it. But the total was only like 100 calories for the Jell-O and the fruit and the Cool Whip that I put in the cup. So I counted out 7 chocolate-covered almonds, so that way I could have along with that. Now, that's going to be my 5 o'clock snack that I'm going to have. I have it with me in the car. It's on ice, so that way at 5 o'clock, that's going to be my snack or my food that I'm going to eat. I think it's important to make sure that you eat some of the stuff that you like chocolate. You like to have chocolate. I like to have chocolate. But there's nothing wrong with it. When you cut out complete stuff out of your diet, then it makes you want to crave it even more. Now, is there anything wrong with cutting it out? No, there's nothing wrong with cutting it out. But let me ask you, can you do that for the rest of your life? Can you cut out those things for the rest of your life? My husband and I were talking a little bit earlier. I hadn't planned what I was going to do for dinner. I knew I was going to go door dashing for a little while. And I also told him, can you just go ahead and, pick yourself something up on the way home from work, because I wanted to be able to stay out a little bit longer. So what does he say he wanted me to order for him? Pizza. Oh yes, the dreaded pizza. Well, do you know, really, pizza is not dreaded. It's dreaded if you eat 4, 5, 6, or a whole pizza. That's what's dreaded. So I ordered the pizza for it to be ready whenever he gets off of work. It's already pre-ordered. And I ordered a half of a beef. I'm not a vegetable, so I don't like the vegetables on there. But I got a half beef pizza. Now, what am I planning on doing? I'm planning on having 1 slice of pizza. That'll be my 300 calories. Actually, when I looked on the website for the particular nutritional value for this restaurant that I bought the pizza from, it said it was about 260 calories for 1 slice of pizza. So that fits right into my meal plan for the day. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And then I can also have, a couple of those really big strawberries that I got yesterday. These strawberries were huge. They were like that. So when you're counting your calories and it says a medium strawberry and you're trying to log it, that's not a medium strawberry. Not that a strawberry is bad for you, but it's just the point. You have to be really careful with serving sizes. The last thing that I just wanted to talk about today before we say goodbye is about getting out. Okay, so I'm not doing a lot of exercise right now. My husband came home yesterday from work and he was being so sweet. Here I am, I'm trying to make all this different cabbage stuff, and he comes home and he says, do you want to go for a walk? And I'm thinking to myself, I would love to go for a walk, but it's just not fitting in right now because I had one thing in the oven, I had something on the stove, I had something else. So it really wasn't working in. You do have to try to plan it and try to get into it. I am going to incorporate it in, but right now I'm trying so hard just to manage to do this meal preparation. It is a lot to do the meal preparation. I cooked some chicken last night, and then this morning I had to take it and I cubed it up so that way it'll be all ready. It's in containers, so when I want to make something today, my other lunch today was chicken parmesan. So I had that cubed up chicken and I added some tomato sauce with some Italian seasoning and cheese, shredded cheese. And that's what I had. This wind, sorry about that. I'll go this way now. So I had chicken parmesan. Now, I didn't have no pasta. It was just chicken. It was just not even breaded. I had a total of, it was 4 ounces of chicken breast that I had cooked up with some seasonings, and I just cubed it up and I put it in the container, and I added 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. I added Italian seasoning and then the shredded cheese on top. So I'm actually really looking forward to more of that because I do like chicken parmesan, and it's another easy recipe. And that's the big thing. You really need to find things that are going to be easy for you to prepare. So as I get ready to say goodbye, I want to make sure that I remind you to hit that subscribe button so that way you'll always get my newest videos, because I'm trying very hard to make sure I do this journaling every day, because with it being my day 4 today, I'd like for it to be your day 1. Now also remember that I'm not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I am not a nurse practitioner. And you should always check with your healthcare provider before you start anything. But this isn't dieting. This is all about a better lifestyle. This is about just being cautious about what you eat. That's all it is. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just being cautious of what I eat. Well, thank you for watching Serena's Creations today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.